Morning. Got the sledgehammer out. Big Lou was ripping yesterday, and I guess he hit an old house foundation on one of our farms, and it doesn't go like that, so I'm going to beat it down and put a shear bolt back in it. So I had the fuel filters. They seemed like they were going bad yesterday when I moved her in this truck, so I put 2 new ones on. Let's see what she does. This is what I got cut so far, this little field and that little field. I got 4 loads off of it so far, so it's doing pretty good. This little field right here, when we dug a ditch through, when we come over with the excavator, we dug a ditch out. It stayed wet big time, so we separated it. It's only like a 6-acre field or something like that. So we put a ditch through the center of it, and that did seem to help it, but it's still, I was pushing 278 yield is what my average was in this field right here. And that's only like a little 8-acre field too. And I think the average was 278. And then I moved over to this field, and there were a couple of them low spots. Still had corn there. I mean, it was pushing 250 the whole field, but where it wasn't above 278, it brought my average down to 253 or something, 253, something like that. So that just shows you that you got to have good drainage, and that's clay. These 2 fields are clay, but that one right there seems to have little spots. Now, we did do a lot of work when we dug the ditch out. We took the dozer and leveled it pretty good, but it's still got a couple little spots, and that's what hurt that field. But like I said, the yield was still high. It just wasn't as high as this field. So hopefully when I get rolling on the rest of the farm, it brings my average up. I'm still a little worried about the far back of the farm. I'm sure that I got deer damage there up against the woods, but we'll see when we get back there. But I'm pretty sure it is, so that'll bring the average back down again. So, but I won't get back there today. I don't think so. I'm going to open up. I got a real big field here. I'm going to open it up and try to load the trucks with that. And then it's Sunday, of course, so nobody's open. And then home in the morning. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, so some of the inrows over by the woods on this side does get wet. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up so I don't have to worry about that later. So that's what's going on today. You'll see, I guess you'll see some combining, so we'll see. Allergies. Oh my God. Farmer season, my allergies kill me. And I normally take Claritin D and it keeps me perfect, but I ran out. So I'm gonna have to go get some more. So my voice sounds a little weird. All right, let's try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the day. That sounds like a plan, right? Don't let me down, fans. All right, we are back at cutting today. It is Sunday. I'm just gonna load all the trucks up for tomorrow. And I'm right here beside the house. And this is the field I've been showing you all, I guess all summer pretty much. So that's what it's doing. Get to the end, I'll show you what my average is. This is in the vetch corn at my farm. Seems like the vetch is really paying off. And I just got to the end, so it is averaging 267 so far, and I got the whole farm to go, so hopefully it'll keep climbing. We'll see. We'll see. When I first started, got going, it was averaging about 280, and then when I got in that other field, it went down a little bit. And then opening up some of these inroads, starting and stopping, or not building up all the way, runs it down a little bit more. So I'm hoping that it'll keep going up from here, because these are the last, I did the 3 little fields. The big fields are in the back, so I won't be stopping as much trying to open it up. The inroads are pretty long, so it should keep its bushels up so it shows better. But almost 270 average. So far, that's pretty good, I think. But we'll see. Alright, so I'm cutting towards the back of the farm. I came around once. Them 2 fields are the fields I'm worried about deer damage. I had to come all the way around that woods, and the deer damage everywhere. I mean, bad. So this is what it's doing back here. Right here by the backfield, there's still deer damage in this too. They just come through there and just, man, they just tore stuff up everywhere. This is 112-day decob corn here in the back. So it's doing good. It's just not doing as good as the 108-day Sea Consultant. But I mean, look at it, it's still showing 300. So it's not doing bad. It looks good though, good, healthy. But yeah, there was corn pushed over all over them woods, like 6-8 rows in. They had just demolished it. If I get full on this end when I ride up, I'll show you. And because of the deer damage, my average went from 268 to 261 on that one pass. This was all pushed down. I'll show you up here. They had it pushed down all out here too. Just sections of it just pushed right over, like a bear was in here. Wasn't much down here. This whole section right here was all down. I was going around the woods, so I couldn't show you right at the get-go, but it was all down. So this right here is just a wasted pass. But what are you gonna do? All up here was pushed over too. There you can see some of it up here. This whole area was just flat where they've been all out, and it's all, see where they all pushed it all over, all up here. Look at all them rows right there. There's nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. This whole area just on the ground all the way through here. What are you gonna do? Gary, you gotta get killing some deer. Oh, there's nothing on them rows, just all pushed over. This is what you call deer damage. Right back here in the back. Yep, look how much they've ate up, and it's grown up the grass. That's ridiculous. That is horrible, we shall say. Yep, that's pretty horrible. Look at that. Think that ain't a yield killer right there? I think so. Come on, Hunter, there's your bow stand. Start killing them. You get on the other side of the field, there's the woods where it was at. Here's the ditch. This is the little field it's in. Look, it goes up 300 bushels. So it's got the potential back here to grow. It's just the damn deer up against them woods right there. They just horrible. I mean, they're horrible. What in the hell? Same field, just 75 yards difference. go back in that field and see what that is. There's another little field. All right, good morning. I fixed the ripper. We had one of the blades that's in front of the shank. One of the big disc blades was a little low, it was dragging, so I had to move that up. I'm gonna grease the turbo till, or grease points. And I'm gonna be cutting corn in about an hour. So that's what's going on today. Just a little piddly stuff. Let the dew get off some of the corn stalks. I hear my buddy Tom, he's on the other side of the far woods over there. I can hear him going with his combine. He's already cutting this morning. So get this done, then I'll probably start rolling or drinking the coffee at the John Deere thing. This is very nice. It keeps coffee hot all day. I don't know how it does it, but it does it. Love it. Miss Eastern Shore Farmer got it for me in Lancaster, Ohio. But it works really good. I don't know if it's like a Yeti or what it is, but man, it does a good job. And plus it's John Deere. Can't beat that. Just a quick update. We did change the combine a little bit, mess with the computer. We actually got the yield. It's pretty much spot on. A 45-acre field that we cut of 112-day decob corn went 238.8 on the combine computer. And when we got all the load tickets together and did it, we figured up 238.4. So 238.8 and 238.4 on the load tickets. So that's as close as I could get it. So what you see on the computer on the combine is very accurate. As far as corn brands go, the decob 112 day has been our best overall yield average so far. The 108-day C Consultant has hit the highest number at 444 bushels in spots. That's what I've hit. The sand, but that was planted in sand hills that killed the overall average. The Augusta 115-day, I don't know what the number is. It was a close second. I hit 414 bushels with it in spots, but I did have 8 rows of Pioneer 115-day and 8 rows of Augusta 115-day. The Augusta did beat the Pioneer by slightly. So far decob's winning overall. But the other two farms had sand hills that killed the overall average. The front here was 108-day and it's gone 248 so far. The back corn that you still see standing is 112-day decob. So we're going to see what that does. But right now, the Vetch farm is averaging 248. So just a quick update. Alright, so I'm back to cutting over here at the farm. I got one more field to open up, but I finally got the 108-day seed consultant off, and I am on the 112-day decal here on my farm, so I'll show you what it's doing. Alright, so I just got turned around on the end. I'm going to show you one whole pass of what this corn right here is. It is a 112-day. I cut it on the other farm and averaged 238.8. It doesn't seem like it's doing as good here as the 108-day seed consultant. I mean, it's good, but it just doesn't seem like it's as good on this vetch. So here we go. We gotta go all the way to them woods right there, so just bear with me. It's good corn. I mean, it's really good corn. It's just, man, that seed consultant corn is just, that 108 day, it's 10:87 a.m. It's just, I mean, really good. Now don't get me wrong, this right here is good too. I mean, you can't complain about those yields right there. I don't think so anyway. I think this is 62.70 is what they said. Good corn. Just that seed consultant corn is banging. And I am going up on a sand hill, as you can see. There's a sand hill here, so it might factor in. It's not one of those bad sand hills, but it is a sand hill regardless. So you might see the yield drop off, I'm not sure. I haven't really been paying attention. But it's still doing good. It's holding its yield on this hill. See, it is a hill. It crests over to the other side. I mean, it's doing good. It's holding itself almost full. See what the field's averaging here at the end. You can see all the spots in the back. It's really killing my overall average with the deer damage. And that's that. And it is averaging 252 right now. All this area right here is these woods. The deer, I mean, just tore it up. And then these fields way up there, you can see the red and the purple and stuff. That is deer damage. There was 32 rows. That up here is where the house is that you're looking at, and back here is the far back. And the deer had tore 32 rows up in both back fields. There was nothing there, and it's still yielding 252. So, think about those 32 rows that would be full of corn, and down this edge of the woods, it was at least 16 down this edge that the deer just totally tore up. I was running a 278 average until I started opening them fields up, and it brought it down 26 bushels. So that shows you what deer are capable of doing when they tear your crop up. So if I didn't have the deer damage and it was running 278 when I was doing the fronts, I mean, it could have averaged 300 because it was steady going up. And the minute I hit that deer damage, it just totally just dropped it down to that. So, but 252 is still good, but just think about 32 rows without it. So I don't know. All right, so getting back to farming, I had to cut it short a second ago because Miss Eastern Shore Farmer called me, wanting to pick me up lunch while she was in Salisbury. Such a nice lady. So I had to tell her what I wanted. Considering last time we had corn here, we only got 9 loads off of this farm. And considering that, I'll tell you how good this corn is. I'm just starting to load the 9th load, and I got corn all the way back to the woods I gotta go. So that's how much better this year is than the corn is. That we got 9 total off this farm. Last time there was corn here, and got the first bin. I got 2 more bins to put on the 9th load, and I still got all that corn all the way back to those woods, all the way down and back to go. So I'm thinking we're probably going to get 15, 16 loads off of this farm. That's the difference that this corn is. Just to put it in perspective that this corn is this year. Very blessed, very happy. I wanted to live long enough to cut this year's corn. Very happy. It doesn't mean I want to die. It just means I wanted to see it. See what it would do. I'm happy though. Very happy. I kind of wish I had put all seed consultant on this farm now, because it's just, you know, I'm not complaining. This is running 280 to 330, but the other stuff was running like 295 to 400 consistently. So good corn, just not as good as 108 day. I don't know. Anyway, like, subscribe, share. This will probably be the end of this video. I do want to say, one lonely farmer paid it forward to me that time and got me subscribers and stuff, so I want to pay it forward to a channel I've been watching. It is Fetting Family Farms. They're in South Dakota. I think you spell it F-E-T-T. It's either I-G or I-N-G. But them boys are funny. They're good content. Listening to their story, if you watch their last video, they used to have full-type combines, and now they got 3 790s, a 640 quad track, or whatever Deere calls it, RX, and 2 620 RXs. So, and this only happened within, I think, the last 10 years. And seems like a real good family, good content, they're funny. A lot of brothers. I think it's all brothers and a dad. I don't think there's any sisters at all. But funny. I like them. They're pretty good content. He tried to put out a lot of videos, like once a day. But they got, I think, just about as much subscribers as I do. But I don't really, I mean, yeah, I want subscribers, but I don't care if I help somebody else get more than me, especially when I like that channel. So look them up, Fetting, I think it's Fetting Family Farms. They're in South Dakota or North Dakota, South North Dakota, something like that. Pretty good channel, pretty funny. And another thing, I've been looking at my analytics, is what they call it on YouTube. 74% or 75% are yard subscribers that watch, 25% are. So please, the 75% that isn't subscribers, please subscribe and keep watching. I really do appreciate it. I do this just for me, and I used to do it on Facebook and Instagram, and Wes told me about YouTube, so I started doing it on YouTube. So I enjoy doing it. If you don't like watching, I don't know what to tell you. This is what we do. This is everyday living as a farmer. I'm showing you the good yields and the bad yields, deer damage, not deer damage. You know, I don't have 5, 10 people that run cameras for me. So anyway, like, subscribe, share.